the Bank of Korea has held its rate steady 3.5%. So can you say with a lot of confidence that, look, this super aggressive rate hiking cycle is over, and the next thing we should be watching out for and talking about is when that first cut in a fresh cycle of cuts is going to come?
I think the next move is going to be a cut, I think, but the matter is going to be when it's going to happen. It's going to happen end of the fourth quarter or by the fourth quarter or like next year. So we expect it to happen to next year, not this year. I think BOK is going to be a bit more hawkish because rising household debt and also housing price prematurely is recovering. So I think Bank of Korea is very careful for the financial imbalance. And but at the same time, the growth concern is rising. So I think the hiking cycle, we can say, is almost over. I think the whole decision is pretty much expected. So I think the market may want to listen to what the UK governor will say, whether he'll show any hawkishness during his press conference, and whether there was like a dissenter who is asking a rate hike in this meeting.
And of course, there are lots of concerns about a rising household debt in the country. And the governor himself just a few days ago talked about how the policy priority will be to reduce household debt ratio to GDP, currently standing at 105%. He wants to bring it down to 90%. One, how is he going to get that done without causing so much pain in the industry and to the economy?
I think what he meant is more or less like a long-term prospect. I don't think there is any immediate plan to reduce household debt unless like the income is rising. But right now the potential GDP and growth prospect is actually declining in Korea. So I think it's quite challenged, like reducing the household debt. But what he meant is like we should not allow the household debt is rising furthermore from here. But it's going to be quite challenged reducing household debt below 100%.
How confident are you that inflation expectations are really under control?
I think we might see a bit of the high inflation toward the end of the year because of the base effect, and also, the oil price is rising, and also like transportation is going to rise in the fourth quarter, and also there is some pressure of the agricultural product because of the bad weather. But it is all driven by supply side issue, not by the demand side issue. So toward the next year, like a CPI is going to come down to mid 2% level. So I think among other economies, I think Korea's CPI has been behaving nicely than any other country. In other sense, like the growth prospect is quite weak in Korea.